It's the Dr. Holiday Show, solving all of your holiday conundrums, one celebration at a time.
Hey everybody, and welcome to the Dr. Holiday Show, where we talk about all things holiday. Happy May to you. Yes, we are in the 5th month of the year, and I know time just keeps on flying by, and that's why you're here, to slow down time a little bit and talk about all the holidays on tap for you to celebrate in the month of May. And we talk about all things fun and celebratory, whether they're a national holiday or not. And I also chat about holidays that are, well, a little bit silly and wacky. So this month I'll be reading off a list of those that are, well, less than celebrated, but should be, and very fun. I hope you can check out my blog. You can do so on my website at drchristmas.com, and that's drxmas.com. And I'd love to hear from you. So send me an email at drchristmas@drchristmas.com, or shoot me a note on Facebook, on Twitter, on Instagram, wherever you find Dr. Christmas. And you can find all those addresses and locations at drchristmas.com, the website. So I hope you'll take a listen to past podcasts as well. There's some really cool ones in the old archive, and I keep them all so you can listen to any month and any year for what you'd like to hear about, as we count down days to, of course, the best holiday in the world, and that would be Christmas, but there's lots of other holidays to get to. So just for you Christmas diehards, how many days left until Christmas? Well, I can tell you, and you can check it out anytime you'd like on the Christmas clock. There's a Christmas clock on my website. But for your information, today there are, drumroll please, 235 days, 12 hours and some odd seconds. But you know, the idea is there's plenty of time, so you can enjoy all the festivities of spring and not worry too much about the other holidays right now. So don't stress. What have we got on tap for May? Let me share with you. And if you'd like to get the newsletter, check your inbox for it. It might be secretly hiding in your junk box if you think that you should be getting it. You can pick it up on Facebook, but it's much easier to just subscribe. It's free. You get it once a month. And I'll be incorporating some cool things this year. I hope soon a calendar for you to print out and put up, some other fun tidbits and facts. And I'd like to post to my blog. If you have anything that you'd like to share or ask about, please send that my way. But for now, let's get into May. Well, let's get to the major ones first, and we'll talk about those, of course. The big ones that you have to look out for, well, of course, so May the 4th be with you, the big Star Wars Day. Yes, it's National Star Wars Day for all you sci-fi fans and those lovers of Star Wars. And we have Solo to look forward to. I'm excited about it. I hope you are too. It's released May 25th, and I'll have to get Mosky to do a review on Solo and see what he thinks. He wasn't such a big fan of the last Star Wars movie, but maybe he'll love Solo better. I don't know. I'm an easy audience to please. I love movies. I know how much work it takes to make movies, and you know what? I'm easily entertained. So I guess I just like movies, and I can't wait to see Solo. And if anybody saw last month's Friday the 13th, I'd love to hear your thoughts about it. And I did just go see A Quiet Place, and I thought that was amazing. Loved it. But moving right along, out of movies and into May holidays, after the 4th comes the Cinco de Mayo, the 5th. And on top of that, we've got a very exciting weekend ahead of us because it's Kentucky Derby time. So now you have your Cinco de Mayo on top of the Kentucky Derby. So therefore, the hat that you wear is all taken care of, right? One big sombrero and you are ready to go. Celebrate both holidays. The perfect thing is that it's on a Saturday this year, which means you can drink your tequila, go out and have a great time, and still be donning your big derby hat, which will be a sombrero this year, for the Derby, which takes place at approximately 6:45 p.m. Eastern Time or 3:45 Pacific Time. And you can calculate that for those of you in the middle of the nation. So plan to be in a location to view the Derby around 6:30 because, you know, there's going to be drinking going on and trying to travel and get where you need to be. So make sure you get there safely. Take a ride car service or have a designated driver. And because I'm sure you're going to be drinking A, tequila, or B, bourbon. One of the two, to celebrate Kentucky Derby Day and Cinco de Mayo. So make sure you get in front of the boob tube or the computer screen or wherever your phone or wherever you're going to be watching the fastest 2 minutes in sports, because if you look away, you're going to miss it. Careful with the bourbon, careful with the tequila. Push up the brim on your sombrero and watch the Kentucky Derby. Don't forget, around 6:43-ish, somewhere around there on Saturday. Now, that's Eastern time, 3:30 for us here on the Pacific. And if you're wagering who is going to win or who is going to at least place or show in the Kentucky Derby, I have a couple of those names of those horses for you. So even if you haven't been paying attention, you can still look like you really know what you're talking about and bet somebody at your local pub or at your friend's house where you're all gathered around the television or the computer screen to watch the race. But before I get into who I think might be winning the race this year, I still think it's amazing that the fastest Kentucky Derby winner ever is still Secretariat. And that was back in, I believe, 1972. Amazing that is still the fastest time ever at, I think, 1 minute and 59 seconds. They're crazy. Anyway, let's get to giving you the ticket to somebody buying your next drink when you say, I know who's going to win the race. Number one, the odds are 3-1 that Justify is going to win the whole shebang, followed by Mendelssohn and then Magnum Moon. And I think the fourth and fifth, it's Bolt de Oro, which is a nice Cinco de Mayo nod. Maybe you want to give a little shout out to Bolt de Oro, which means bolt of gold or lightning bolt. He's an 8-1 favorite. And then there's Audible, which is 8-1. For those of you that love podcasting and love the space of just audio, for a lot of my friends out there, that's kind of cool. We've got Audible, 8-1. And then the rest of them go down. The biggest odds, the 50-1, where you make a whole lot of money, is Bravazzo and Lone Sailor. There's also Combatant and Blended Citizen. Those are all 50-1 odds. I think my drink money is going with Justify because with 3-1 odds. But you know what? A little money on Bolt de Oro or Audible might be a whole lot of fun. All right. Well, whoever you choose, good luck and enjoy Cinco de Mayo, which is also the Kentucky Derby. So have a mint julep or throw some mint into your margarita and enjoy the weekend. And then you can recover on Sunday, which is May 6th. Moving along, what other wonderful holidays do we have coming up? Well, of course, we have Mother's Day. Mother's Day is Sunday, May 13th, so don't forget Dear Mother. Make sure you reach out. I've got some suggestions for some great gift ideas in the newsletter. These are fun and from Mashable and all under $50. Things that moms really want. They went out of their way to make sure and ask moms, what is it that they really want this year that's affordable and fun? They've got a great gift list. So check it out. Most importantly, your mom just wants to hear from you. So make sure that you reach out to dear old mom. What other big holidays do we have in the month? We have Memorial Day weekend. So that's the big count off until summer. That shows us that spring is behind us and we're entering right into the summer season with kids being out of school and moms scrambling to figure out, and dad's trying to figure out, where do we send these kids? What do we do with them while we're at work? Well, good luck to you on that. I need to do some research and find out great places to send kids. But to get you prepared, remember that Memorial Day is May 28th. And, of course, the weekend kicks off on the 25th. So if you're planning a trip or planning to do some traveling, make sure that you have that locked in the calendar. And, of course, a nod to those who have served and given us the weekend of Memorial Day as we remember those who have kept our freedom through the years and who have served our country. So Memorial Day, May 28th. Now, those are the big holidays that we have coming up in May. Some of those you might say, well, it's not really a national holiday. But to me, if you're sitting around with a drink in your hand or celebrating with a bunch of friends, I call it a holiday. And that's why I throw in, of course, the Kentucky Derby. But there are some other national days that we should be aware of. One that is just over the pond, which is sure to be a huge celebration and people everywhere fascinated with it, is, of course, the royal wedding. That takes place on May 19th with Meghan Markle, an American here, and good old Harry over in London. It's just, we feel so close to it. It's really exciting. And I'm sure most people just want to check out the dress and see what Miss Meghan Markle is wearing. And I think she's absolutely adorable. If you haven't checked out Suits, you need to binge that on Netflix because that is some good stuff. Yeah, I think it's on Amazon Prime. It's just good. That's just good TV. Yay, Meghan Markle, because I know all of you boys out there love to look at her. Us women love to look at her too because she's just absolutely adorable. But are you kidding me with Harvey Specter? Oh my gosh, goodness, Gabriel. They don't make men that good looking anymore. I mean, it's illegal. Women, if you haven't checked him out, you got to go watch an episode of Suits or at least Google him. Gabriel, I think it's Gabriel Macht is how you say it. Absolutely gorgeous. So check out Suits. And don't forget the royal wedding on May 19th. There's also another great podcast that's on right now called When Meghan Met Harry. So if you from Panoply. So if you haven't checked that out, I'll put a link into the show notes so that you can check out that wonderful show because it's been a blast listening to that one. So shout out to When Meghan Met Harry. Very cute. Talks about the royal wedding and all the gossip and countdown. And another way to celebrate May 19th is to check out the royal wedding and play bingo along with the Panoply episode. They'll be playing bingo and drinking games. Wow, it's all about a lot of alcohol this month. Sorry about that. Which actually, it's National Beverage Day on May 6th. So it ties right in. What are some of the other fun holidays that we have going on? Well, I have a few more that are listed in my website, and I'll be blogging about a few. But it's National Teachers Day on May 8th. So that's something dear and near to my heart as being a teacher as well and loving National Teachers Day. So if anyone's ever taught you anything, reach out to them and say thanks. A quick email, a note, a phone call, write a letter so you can show them that you know how to write. It's a pretty cool way to recognize somebody that's helped you through the years or taught you anything because there's teachers everywhere, right? Not just the official ones in school. There's also Twilight Zone Day. I'm a big fan. That happens on the 11th. It's Leprechaun Day, the same day as Mother's Day. I don't know how that really ties into Mother's Day, but I'm just letting you know it's National Leprechaun Day. I've talked about National Chocolate Chip Day in the past, and there's a podcast all about Toll House cookie and semi-sweet chips, which I love. What else is there? There's National Waiters and Waitresses Day. That's on the 21st. So if you're out at a restaurant, you've got to do some nice tippage on the 21st. Hopefully you'll get great service because, waiters and waitresses don't make a whole lot of dough. Usually it's minimum wage or very low, and they make their money on tips. So make sure you're tipping for good service on the 21st of the month. There's also Eat What You Want Day. I think that's May 11th. Well, Eat What You Want Day should be every day, but I know we all can't do that. So maybe on May 11th, you'll just let loose a little bit and eat whatever the heck you want, and then you can go back to your diet the next day. It is also National Wine Day on May 25th. Again, with the drinking. And if you haven't checked it out, there's a great website called Wine Ponder. So for those of you that like to partake in the vino, whether it's white or red, it's a really interesting site, and I think you'll enjoy it. You can find that at wineponder.com, and I'll place that in the show notes as well. So there you have it, some of the fun, well-known, and perhaps not so well-known national holidays and celebrations that take place during the month of May. I hope that you will have a fantastic May and that you will capture some of these memories so that you can slow down time just a little bit and lock in some fun. Take some pictures since it's National Photograph Month and send me your very best. Whoever sends me the best photo will win a fantastic prize. I'm not going to tell you what it is because that kills the surprise. So send me a good photo. Let me know what you were capturing. Was it Mother's Day? Was it somebody wearing that sombrero on Cinco de Mayo? Did you win in the Derby and win some cash or a drink? What are you doing during National Leprechaun Day? Who knows? What have you got up your sleeve? Maybe you're going to the royal wedding. Are you going to the royal wedding? Send me your best May picture, and I will feature it on the website and on Facebook and on the blog, and we'll give you a shout out and, of course, a special prize. Email your best shot to drchristmas@drchristmas.com. That's DRXMAS. Pretty easy, isn't it? Enjoy your May, and we'll be chatting again soon in June. Until then, happy spring, happy May, and don't forget to celebrate, because that's what makes time go a little bit slower. Make some memories and take care.
The Dr. Holiday Podcast is recorded at Resonant Audio and produced by Second Sense Creative.